What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of the La Liga Career Mode. It's episode number 24, and I've got to show you this to start the episode off as well. Do you remember recently I was saying how I don't like to give too many tips on career mode because I know there are far better players in the game than me, but one thing I've always stood by is that the best way to get your youth players quicker growth is by loaning them out. Well, I think this tells the full story. Kelvin Chan has grown 12 ratings in 3 months after loaning him to Turf Moor. What is Scott Parker doing with my Singaporean midfielder in Burnley? But right now the dude is looking unreal, and this is again after just 3 months worth of loan football. The reason why I've said this is why I think you get the best amount of growth from your youth players is because when you do loan them out, they often have an overall spike. This is a spike of 12. Honestly guys, loan your youth players out. It's the best way to get their growth up, at least in my opinion. Anyway, lots of games to get through today on the back of a massive win away in Catalonia against Barcelona, but it is only a 1 win in 6 games for Valencia after what was a horrendous run. We've got more big games in La Liga today, aiming to keep pace with Real Madrid match days 5 and 6 of the Champions League phase, and possibly we'll play the Super Cup with the January window opening too. First game, Leganés at home, Vamos Valencia. Yeah, it's how we got Colin Mifsud to 77 overall so quickly, and granted we haven't really featured the Maltese midfielder much, but it's just because I literally can't fit him into my system. It's unfortunate, but he's just not able to play in the way we play as Leganés go a goal up 4 minutes in. And we trail early to Mestalla. How did we just go away to the champions Barca on a winless run of 5 where we've been leaking goals left, right and centre, shut the door and win 2-0, and in 5 minutes we're back home with a goal down to Leganés at home? I don't think I'm going to recall Chan in January though, because at the moment, whilst our form is shambolic, he's dominating Turf Moor. I say dominating, they're in the bottom 3 right now. Chevalier makes a brilliant save, but he's growing quickly. It's the most important thing. And I don't want to stunt his growth by bringing him back and not playing him. Hugo Giroud for the leveller. Come on, got to win this game. Bad start, but got to win this game. Yeah, it's Marseille next in the south of France, and we simply can't afford to lose that game, because if we do, 3 straight defeats in Europe, and I think the best we'll be able to do is go into the playoffs as, oof, that strike goes just wide. At the moment, the defence is just terrible. I mean, if Kelvin can come back and play centre-half, then maybe I will bring him back. But yeah, at the moment, I don't know, I literally have no idea how we just got a clean sheet away at the Nou Camp. Because at the moment, it seems like every game we go into, we're going to concede at the very least 2. As Lee fires in the goal to get us back, in front for the first time, I should say. First goal since returning to Valencia. Lee Kang-in puts us in front for the first time today. Hugo, lovely ball. Samu takes his time. Great finish, and right before the break, 3-1. If you can't defend, just score more. Football 101, and Samu right now, no one's got more goals than him in the league, 16 now. Yeah, it's really difficult with Mifsud, because to be honest, the only place I could see him getting game time was a left wing back for that, successor for Jose Garda we've been talking about. But because of how bad his defensive stats are and his low strength, well, he hasn't grown any ratings since I put him on the left-back plan. So now I've taken him off that because he's just too bad defensively. But I can't play him right through the middle because, again, his strength isn't the best and defensively he's quite weak. But also, up top, he's not got a finish on him yet. And at CAM, that's really the only position I could think, oh yeah, maybe. But unfortunately, we've got Ansu Fati and Lee Kang-in, so he's going to struggle to get the game time there. But he will get the assist for Giroud's second right before the hour mark. It's a difficult one. It's a rare time where you've got a great player, but there's nowhere to play him. Well, it had been a while since we'd last won in the Mestalla, and after going a goal down 5 minutes in, I didn't think we'd end the winless run here. Instead, a double from Giroud and a great display from Valencia sees us come from behind and collect a big 3 points. Right, following game, going for our 3rd win in a row in all competitions, and a big one as well. Match day 5 in the Champions League phase. Marseille coming to the east of Spain. We're heading into this one after losing our last 2 in Europe. We lose this one too, and after we'll be lucky to make the playoffs. Marseille at home, Vamos Valencia. And again, this is what you call a must-win game for us because of those 2 defeats in our last 2 in Europe. We can't afford to have 3 straight games without a win. Only 8 places bypass the play-in, so you you've got to be not perfect, but you can't go on a run of 3 straight games without a win. But that is looking likely, and it'll be 3 straight games with a loss. Ismail Bennacer opens the scoring. It's 1 clean sheet and I think 9 games now. It's embarrassing. There's a great saying which we've all heard, which is that goals win games and defense wins championships. I could not agree more with that. Because you cannot expect to win major honours defending like this. Guarassi heads in from the corner. Marseille 2 up. Valencia will be lucky to make the playoffs. Part of me thinks let's kind of forego the forego the Champions League and just put all our eggs in the league and the cup, because that was the plan anyway. Like, yeah, we want to get to the semis of the Champions League. Can I pick the ball up? Sammy's around. Okay. We wanted to get to the final for the European competition anyway, but the main plan, the main silverware we were going for were the domestic double, you know. So part of me thinks just forget the Champions League. I mean, defending like this, we will forget the Champions League. Chevalier, massive save, and just go for the domestic double. Forget Europe. To think we won our first 2 in Europe as well, away at the San Siro and then in Ukraine. And what's followed afterwards has been just an absolute disaster. Benyat's done really well there. You can't just throw the Champions League, can you? You can't do that. This is it. This is what you play for. This competition, as the cameraman seems to be pointing in the wrong direction, but 2-2. Can we come from behind to win this? I'll tell you one thing I do like about the new format though, you know, I've been very critical of it this year, and I've mentioned before I do prefer the old format, but the one thing I do like about it, the one positive I do like, the one change that I think UEFA have got right, is that now yes, come on! Is that no teams to get knocked out of the initial phase can go into the secondary competition, which is the Europa League. Now, in previous versions, as we know, the team that finished in 3rd would drop into the Europa League. Finished 3rd in the group, I should say, would drop into the Europa League. I like the fact now that's not a thing that happens, because I never like the idea that a team can win the Europa League, or I guess in recent years the Conference League, even though they started in the competition that's higher graded. I never liked that personally. I thought that put a disadvantage at the teams that are in that competition from the very get-go. Oh, he's been phenomenal tonight. But that won't happen to us, and we will at least make the playoffs if we perform like this in our final few games. Samu's been brilliant. He's got all 4 of our goals. And when we needed our big money number 9 to come alive tonight, well, how about that for a single-handed masterclass turnaround? Valencia can't defend to save their lives, but going forward, Samu can't stop scoring. 3 straight wins for Valencia, and whilst I don't want to jinx it, it seems like we've turned a corner as we aim to get back on track. Next up, off to the capital, Rayo Vallecano at the Estadio de Vallecas. Vamos Valencia. Such a unique looking stadium, de Vallecas. Because you'll see behind this goal, there's just this wall, and it kind of reminds me a bit of the Kassam in Oxford, so the Kassam Stadium, Oxford United's ground. It's 3 stands, and then the 4th stand behind one of the goals, it just doesn't exist. You know, it's just open with a car park. As Samu almost continued his brilliant start to the season with yet another goal in the league. I'm sure at some point Oxford United will either build a new stadium somewhere or just develop that stadium, because it's not an old stadium, the Casa. I think it was built in the 90s. As Samu would love another goal. He's a team player and he'll find Giro for the opener from the cutback instead. But surely they're not going to play at the stadium with the open-ended car park for the entire club history. But anyway, for Vallecano, I don't know what their plans are. But right now, on the other end, there's no one behind the wall to see any shots get taken, because we've shut the door in this first half. Until right now, where Chevalier makes a good save. Still leading by 1. Can we close this out? That's what I quite like doing. Oh, Giro just about gets away. Power shot, ready to go for these, but when the situation presents itself, go for it. It's why I quite like doing English RTGs, because I can give a little bit of trivia about some of the stadiums in the Football League, or, you know, the clubs themselves, little facts as well that you might not know if you don't follow the game too closely. Whereas for foreign-based teams, I don't know as much, but I do know this stadium's an interesting one, but no one behind the goal is celebrating that. No one saw it, but Hugo Giro rips it in, top bins for his second. I really want to get Chevalier a clean sheet as well, because he had a red-hot start to his career here. Saved a penalty on the opening day. He had a run of about 5 clean sheets in a row, I think it was, as the goal... the goal had a bit of a glitch there with a stanchion behind getting knocked out of the turf. But yeah, in this recent run, only the 1 clean sheet and again about 9 games. Although funny enough, that came away at the champions. But tonight, he's made a good save there. He's kept us still leading by 2, and this should be free, and this should be game. Samu's onside, and I want to get Giro a hat-trick. I won't get the chance. That'll be a straight red. Vallecano down to 10. I'm calling it now, and no doubt about it now either. Valencia notching up a booking. Notching up another win. Has a lot of straight red. Still, whilst we won't finish with a man advantage, we will hold on to the 3 points. A 2-0 victory away in Madrid, and our winning run extends to 4 on the trot in all competitions. Let's keep it going. Next up, Atlético Madrid coming to the Mestalla. A win here could possibly send us top of the table for the first time since our great start to the season. Simeone's boys at Mestalla. Vamos Valencia. Speaking of the La Liga Championship, what a comeback win for Barcelona on the weekend against Atlético. You know, trailing by a goal and winning it 2-1. I have to say, it's shaping up to be one of the best title races we've seen in La Liga this year. So whilst my knowledge of Spanish football might not quite be at the same level as my my knowledge of the English game, you best believe I'll be making time to watch a few of the fixtures in the running. That's for sure. Esquerra plays a great ball through, and Silva finds Samu. And I know that either Barca or Atlético or even Real Madrid would want Samu in their team based on the way he's performed in this save. For me, I'm glad I've got him in this save because he's been a difference maker to start the season. Goal 17 already, and 12 minutes in, he's given us the lead. I think I just said it was 2-1 Barcelona. It wasn't, it was 4-2. Even so, a great comeback win, and Atlético will be looking to come from behind in this game to win and get a big 3 points early doors here. They're struggled out of blocks this season as well, Atlético, in this save, I should say, in this season. Right now, mid-table. They've still got a class team, and I'm sure they'll get back on track very soon. Julian Alvarez gets them back on level terms. 1-1, more goals to come. If this game finishes 1-1, I'll eat my hat. As Chevalier says, get that knife and fork out, mate, because I ain't conceding another one tonight. As we still find ourselves tired, but there's absolutely there's no danger. There's no danger. I've got some salt and pepper in the cupboard, but I don't think I need to bust it out for the cap. We're still tied, but there will be another goal, I'm sure of that. And it's probably going to come here because Samu slid through, and with the form he's in right now, I'm not going to do anything fancy. I just need to make sure I won't be gobbling at the old Tommy Hilfiger. It's that came out wrong. It's still 1-1. As Mascara finds Healer. Brilliant first half this. And there we go. The cap is safe. The cap is safe. Fabio Silva converts 2-1. What a game! And actually, it wouldn't be Tommy Hilfiger anyway, because I had this plain black cap with the mini logo at the front, and I bloody left it when I went round to see someone. And let's just say I won't be seeing them again. So I'm not getting that cap back. As oh, what a calamity! And it almost snuck in for the 3rd goal. Anyway, 5 to play, still 2-1, but it's not going to finish 2-1 either, not based on this defending. Yeah, a lesson I should have learnt by now. When you're in a situationship, don't leave things at someone's place, because there's a good chance you ain't going to get it back. As really good to pull, does get Atlético back on level terms for the 2nd time in the game. 4 goals, and I don't think we're done. 24 minutes to go, sorry, and I could still see someone winning this in a thriller of a game where the defence has been nothing short of shocking. Still 2-2. Can we find a winner? The game's not done here. I can see Atlético winning this. Ball through. Okafor takes his time. Twice in the game they trailed. Now they lead. What a comeback from Atlético. Simeone's side get all 3 points. Shocking defending, but it's been the story of the season, really. I mean, going forward, we scored goals for fun. Samu's the top scorer in the league. He's got several in Europe as well. Silva's chipped in with a few. Giro's got a few as well. Chevalier, great save there. But defensively, I mean, yeah, we brought in a world-class number 1, but ultimately, he can't bail me out every game. He couldn't bail me out in this one. Atlético come from behind to win it, and a massive dent to our hopes of staying competitive in the race for the title. It's a long way to go, but those are the games that hurt the most because of that head-to-head rule. Anyway, following game, massive 1-2 on the back of that loss there. Winning run ended after 4, but let's get back on the winning wagon here. Dinamo Zagreb in a crucial match day 6 in the Champions League phase. Vamos Valencia. It's been a very inconsistent start to the season at the very least. And again, there's been some really good wins. I mean, that win against Barcelona, probably the best. The opening day victory, I don't know what kind of move that was, but the opening day victory against Villarreal was brilliant as well. A chaotic 3-2 win with the Samu winner in stoppage time. But honestly, man, I just want to win a trophy now. As Fatty should get his first of the season, and does. And if we have to scrape 1-0s all the way to the silverware, I would not be complaining one bit. Fatty with the early opener though, Valencia lead inside the first 10. Yeah, listen, you always want to see your team play well, and you always want to watch a good game. Like, you want to see your team play good, clean, easy on the eye, attractive football. But ultimately, the most important thing is the result. And a great example of this is Burnley. Burnley, for those unaware, in the Championship right now are in 3rd place. They're 2 points behind the top 2. Automatic promotion places as Chevalier fist that ball behind for a corner. They've only conceded 11 goals in 38 games, and they've come under a lot of criticism from some pundits saying it's too defensive and it's what you call dull. I'll tell you this right now, if Burnley go up to the Premier League, I don't think any Clarets fans are going to mind one bit what people have said about the way they've played the game. At the end of the day, the most important thing is the end product. And so I don't think there's a single Burnley fan out there that would say, I'd rather take mid-table in the Championship with every game finishing 4-3 or 5-4 or whatever, than going to the Premier League with a defensive style of play. Ultimately, the end goal is the most important thing. A chance for Dinamo Zagreb. When you talk about dull 1-0s, well, this has been it. Really poor game, but can we see it out? Yet Heel has done really well, and the skipper will just hoof it long for the final whistle. Yep, I guess we played a bit like Burnley in this game. Got ourselves the early goal, then sat on it and held on to it as well. But like I said, if it works, it works. If it gets us in the top 8 of the Champions League phase, I ain't going to mind one bit. Big win there, and a return to winning ways for our 4th in 5 games. Yeah, it's been a record-breaking season from Burnley, and bar an almighty collapse in their final games, they will set a new record by quite some distance for fewest goals conceded in a Championship season. I think the criticism they've had has been incredibly unfair, and conversely, I would actually say they deserve praise for the way they've played. It's been very impressive indeed. Right, let's do 2 more games, and we'll start with this one here, following contest, as we aim to get another big win in La Liga, and a big game as well, away in the Basque region, taking on Athletic Bilbao, aiming to keep pace with the league leaders, but only a win will do. Vamos Valencia. I do wonder how EA could possibly implement the Basque-only policy Athletic Bilbao have into career modes with Bilbao, because you know, there is no place of birth, stat, or fact, I should say, registered within career mode. Oh, great save, Chevalier, like there is in Football Manager. So it's a bit easier for FM to code that into the game. But for EA, I can see why they haven't been able to do something similar. But it is just annoying when, you know, you're trying to play a career mode somewhat semi-realistically, and you've got Rico Lewis and Evan Ferguson lining up for Bilbao, like in this game here. Anyway, still 1-0. Coming to great saves by both keepers until Pepe Lu says enough of this. Let me get my first of the season. Valencia lead 27 minutes in the Basque region. Brilliant strike. It's a big end to the first half of the season, this, because we've got one more game and then the winter break. And what we don't want to do is go into it feeling inconsistent. Chevalier really should have saved that. Came for a crowd of bodies, but straight at him, really. And not for the first time this season. I've looked at our new number 1 and thought, I think you could have done a bit better there. But even so, goalkeeping mistakes, as we say, real part of real sport. I'm not too mad about it. I won't be too mad if we get back in front. No, Guerra's shot block, still 1-1. Can't afford to have no wins in our last 2, in the league. And we won't. Not if this guy stays in form. He's on fire. Samu with another one. Valencia back in front. Don't throw us away. Last chance. Ball inside. Barengua. He may not be as much of a villain for me as Cucho is, but he always seems to score against me, and he's just scored a massive goal as well. Bilbao leveller right at the death, 2 points dropped away in the Basque region. We've said it all season long, you simply cannot win titles defending like this, and it further reiterates my point. I'd rather those scrape 1-0 victories all the way to the championship than thrilling 2-2 draws like that, and once again falling short. Let's do one more game and we'll end on this, trying to get back to winning ways in the Liga after just 1 point taken from a possible 6. Back in the Mestalla for this one, Mallorca coming to take us on. Vamos Valencia. Come on, back on track, back on track. Big victory here. And hopefully a big clean sheet as well, because we really need one. Defensively, I've had a poor season, and ultimately Chevalier might possibly have taken the blame for a couple of goals, but for the most part it's just been weak defending. I can't blame my number one for it. It's just been poor from yours truly, as Fabio Silva almost opened the scoring. 20 minutes in, still 0-0. Looking for a fast start here at the Mestalla as we aim to get back on track. Lee's corner, taken short, finds Benyat Prados, and the ex-Bilbao man hangs one up, and Guerra hits the bar as Mallorca survive. Got Prados at CB in this game as well. I did say that's probably where I'm going to play him as well. I've kind of split his game time between CM and CB to begin with, but I would say based on how poor we've been defensively, yeah, it's at the back where he needs to be playing. Anyway, Samu, there's only one position where he'll be playing. That is, of course, up top. Who's the top scorer in La Liga. What's with that camera angle I keep seeing? Camera angle. It's not angle. He's just left the lens cap on. But Samu continuing to be red hot. Our defence has been shocking. Samu's been nothing short of sensational. Square finds Lee. And there's Silva asking Samu to run right. He'll pick out his strike partner, who gets away with a brilliant first touch. And might have taken on slightly early. It did not matter. Top bins, 2-0. Samu is on fire. Javi Habrez down this left-hand side. Looking to step inside, fizzes it across. Brilliant first time ball. Chevalier with a great save. Stood up really well. And makes to stop closing down the angle. We still lead by 2. And he wants this clean sheet. Whether we get this win or not, it's been a tough start. Well, a tough run at least for Chevalier. He'd love another clean sheet. But Valencia, most importantly, are going to return to winning ways. Javi Guerra with the third, 30 to play, and that is going to do it. Clean sheet or not, I guess we'll see, but it is a win. Yeah, whether we play like Burnley or Barcelona, it doesn't matter to me. The most important thing is getting the wins, and we did there. A convincing 3-0 display and the perfect way to end the episode as Valencia get their 6th win in 8 in all competitions. But that'll do it for today's episode of the La Liga Caribbean, guys. Big thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, then please do drop a like. What's up to you all? Have a fantastic day. I'll return in the next one with the Copa del Rey last 32 away against the Segunda Division side, SD Huesca. The Super Copa will have the semi-final against Real Madrid and the final if we get through as well. Match day 7 and possibly 8 in the Champions League phase, and more games in La Liga aiming to keep pace with the league leaders. Oh, and the January window's going to open as well. Might make a signing, I guess we'll see. Have a great day, guys. Much love, and I'll see you in the next episode very soon.